Hey y'all, I'm back and I'm ready to gossip about episode 2 of Castaway Diva. I was really afraid that I was gonna get hit with like a CR strike, but so far so good. So keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well for us and we can keep this ball rolling. Okay, now, immediately upon starting the second episode, we step into a significant time jump, which is great because, I really didn't want to see a Wilson K-drama. If you know, you know. To be honest, I was a little confused when the episode started. We meet two cuties that are potential male leads, and in true K-drama fashion, immediately we're about to head into a love triangle. That's neither here nor there. I'm getting off topic. My initial thoughts were, who are these people? Like, I'm scared and confused, mom. Come pick me up. Because seriously, I was sad during the first episode and I know I didn't miss anything. So who are these people? One of them is wearing glasses, and because of that, I would assume that he's Jiho. But he's a very unserious person. So that just doesn't seem right. We follow our co-male leads to an island for a random island cleanup. Now, of course, because coincidences or fate is a thing in K-drama universes, it's Mocha's island that they're randomly cleaning up, and she's been stranded for exactly 1 millennia. And of course, sis is in the ocean. I was literally silent screaming at the TV because, girl, although we don't see much of her time on the island, and she's been there for years, girl, your rescue party is here. Like, get out the ocean, get on land. Side note, imagine how insane it would be to not have any contact with the outside world for years on end, and then to have a drone of all things suddenly appear in your face out of nowhere, and then people. And those people are trying to square up with you. I don't know how I would react in that situation. How would you? Because I think, I would be relieved that I'm being rescued, but also why are we fighting? I'm stranded here. Help me. Okay. Now, neither Woohak or Bogle, and I'm probably saying that wrong. I think I'm saying his name wrong. Anyways, neither of them seem to recognize her or show any signs of connecting dots that this might be Mocha. And so I'm still confused. Moving on. They take Mohawk off the island on a boat, and they're giving her, and they give her a roll of gimbap, and and once they're on land, sis is in the bathroom and she's fascinated by running water. I thought that was cute and funny. So she gets some new shoes. This scene is actually kind of sad because the shoes that she was wearing were the ones that she got the night they ran away. Because you remember, she ran out her house barefoot. When Bogle puts these shoes on her feet, I'm immediately thinking that this might be Jiho because it's feeling like a full circle moment. He gave her new shoes to escape her tormented life and new shoes to step into her new one. Okay, small brain moment. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm trying to connect the dots. Maybe there are no dots to connect. What happens next isn't that important. So a small time jump, and Woohak and Mocha are driving in a car, and he is prying into her life. We do find out he of course is a journalist, and this is prime content. He's trying to find out why were you on the boat? How did you end up on that island? He wants the details. He needs his scoop. And she's kind of playing him to the left. But as they're driving, sis sees a sign for, guess who? None other than Ranju. She's back again. and she freaks out. Of course she does, because she's a stan. In a few more minutes in the episode, Mocha is back home on her home island. And so she pulls up to her old family restaurant, and guess who's inside? I'm gonna give you no guesses. The guy who snitched her out, the old man and his tag-along son who snitched her out. They've taken over ownership of her family restaurant. It just I know like the translations aren't always 100%, but like speaking of grammar, the translation in "yeah, I ain't dead" and I'm fully doing air quotes here, who translated this? Like, was it intentional? Like, are we trying to make her sound like she's still a child? Who? Maybe I should restart my Korean lessons. I'm off topic again. She gets to the restaurant. She's catching up with them. She's trying to figure out. She's asking questions about Jiho. They tell her he went insane. He broke all the fish tanks. He snitched on his daddy and got him arrested. And then one thing leads to another, and they're dragging her outside the restaurant, treating her like trash. And that's quite literally insane, because Fran has been missing for 800 years, like presumed dead. And they're like puppy dog dragging her out of the restaurant like, no, this is our business now. You have no right. Just blah, 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 and yapping at the mouth. However, luckily, Wuka was there to call them out. And I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to really look, okay? Really look at the face he's giving. Do y'all see how he looks here? Something's brewing here. And I think it's safe to say Wuka at least will have feelings for her. My hands are in the air. I know you can't see him, okay? I know you can't see him on this avatar, but my hands are in the air, and I'm not a relationship expert, but there are always signs in K-dramas, and when you watch K-dramas as much as I have, you kind of know what's coming. So I'm willing to bet he's catching feelings. After they start to feel threatened and they're dragging her outside of the restaurant, because, you know, I was watching and I was judging. Wuka calls him out. Wuka pulls out his phone and is like, I bet the town would like to know, the people would like to know that you're doing XYZ. And he starts throwing around all these literal terms, and he's like, I got you, boo. But she's like, no, I don't want the house back. I'm just here for information. And so they calm down and they finally treat her with a little bit of respect. Anyways, we move on from this scene. They have a quick little argument about whether or not she's going to stay here and go back to Seoul. She gets her ticket back to Seoul and she's like, I just came here for a quick little errand. I never said I was going to stay. I'm going to be a star. So she snatches her train ticket and she's like, I'm going. I don't care what you say. Bye-bye. At this point, it's at this point that I'm sure Wuka is starting to like have suspicions. And I'm thinking, and these suspicions of course are becoming because they went to the old house and he found a sticky note, and the sticky note is a saying apparently that this happens later in the episode, but it's a sticky note of something his mom used to say, and that's important. I want y'all to keep that in mind. So he's starting to have suspicions, and because of that, you know, he likes her a little bit, but because he's like, his like journalist spidey senses, I don't know what you want to call them, have been tingled. He sneaks Mocha into the house. Granted, I think he's just got it bad, but whatever. Because she has nowhere to go. And during this scene, he's like questioning his brother, and he's like, you know, I have amnesia. Is it possible that I'm Jiho? And sound the trumpets, everything makes sense. I should have known immediately. I'm literally telling you, my little pea brain was not working. I should have known immediately because it's a common trope in K-dramas. It's amnesia. It's always amnesia. Of course it is. Like, I'm always for a love triangle. Low key. Like, I'm always for a love triangle, but like every time someone gets amnesia, I'm immediately transported to get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, we finally catch up with future Ranju, and sis is a mess. Of course she is. She's in some random little gymnasium, and she's sitting in her high heels looking glamorous on a folding chair, and she's spitting and she's puffing away at some cigarettes, which is also kind of crazy because I thought singers didn't smoke. We then see Mokha and Woohak in the car, and she's blowing up balloons for an old-fashioned fan event. I'm sure most of y'all know this. I don't know why I'm explaining it, but just in case you happen to be here and you've never seen a K-drama in your life and you don't know anything about K-pop or K-culture, here's your quick short explanation. So nowadays when you go to a concert, the artist usually has light sticks that you wave around to show support. But back in the day, before that technology happened, they would do like fan sign events, or they would do balloons of like that artist's signature color for the fans. Hurry, quick, explanation. You get what I'm saying. So they're in the car, she's blowing up these balloons. Wook is like, you're doing too much, but somehow also ends up blowing up balloons. And we cut back to Ranju, who's trying to weasel her way out of performing. And she's drunk an entire bottle of wine to get out of this performance. And so I'm guessing, because this is a K-drama, there's some type of vocal cord damage. She's fallen off her pedestal for a reason. We don't know why yet, but I'm sure it has something to do with her voice. I'm sure we'll find out later. Mokha overhears Ranju's manager trying to see if they could get an accompanying backtrack for her, because the deal was that if she was to perform today, that it would just be a recording. It wouldn't be her actually singing live. And the festival people are not trying to hear that. They're like, whatever, you figure it out. Mokha overhears this and she's like, you know what? I got sis. I know every word. I'm a fan. And he's looking at her like, what you mean you a fan? And she's like, I got this. I can do this. Don't even worry about it. Tell her turn her mic off. I'ma sing for her. Idol worship is a dangerous thing. I want y'all to know that idol worship to this level is a dangerous thing. So her manager tells her, you have to sing, get on stage. But when you get on stage, make sure you turn your mic off. We've got someone who's going to cover for you. I heard her sing. She's a dead ringer for you. And Ranju's just looking like, yeah, I don't have any fans, whatever. But she gets on stage. She's like the ocean of green balloons. And it instantly, like, I guess, transports her back to her heyday when she was that girl. And so she's willing to take a chance. She turns off her mic and she readies herself. And lo and behold, this is not a spoiler, but spoiler, Mokha can still sing. How she can still sing after being stranded for 7 million years on an island, I don't know. During this whole performance though, like, the stage is so flimsily built, I could not focus on anything other than how is nobody seeing her back there? Like, how does no one realize that she's lip syncing? And the camera quickly cuts to Woohak. I done got these names all wrong, y'all. I watched this episode at like 2 o'clock in the morning and I made my notes hastily. I won't do that again. I'll get the names right. But we cut to Woohak and he's looking longingly at her, and that alone tells me that this isn't Jiho. I don't know who this is, but they're signaling too much to make us think. So I'm willing to bet that the other brother is our long lost savior. I'm literally basing this off of nothing but vibes and that weird defensive conversation that they had earlier. And since one of them has amnesia, and Hello. And since one of them has amnesia and is coincidentally wearing glasses, I'm just willing to bet off of that alone this isn't Jiho. So that's all for this one, friends. What did y'all think of this episode? It was a lot more tame than the first episode, but I'm really enjoying it. I know I'm in the middle of a series. Well, I know I'm in the middle of this series. Like literally this is my second video, but Squid Games did just release, so I'm thinking maybe we should cover some of that as well. But like, only, is anyone even watching? Are you watching? Are you here with me? Am I alone? Am I talking into the void? I feel like everyone's probably covering Squid Games. If you have any interest in that and you want to gossip about it with me, let me know down in the comments. I'm having a lot of fun just hoping someone will be here to talk with me about this. So let me know that you're here watching. Let me know if you've watched this. And if you will, like and subscribe. Let me know that I'm not just talking to myself. That'd be great. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. How often am I going to put these out? You can't see it, but I'm holding up peace symbols. Bye.